We'll made a 10 gold crowns for the death of multiple of our friends.
Fucking worth it.
Big money.
Big money, all bammies.
Where we dropping, boys?
ODST coming in.
I mean, on the bright side, he's got no giant rat. So when we come back, ooh, you wouldn't know what hit him.
I'm going to be so... See, the best part is I'm about to be one of the most wealthy members of the party, because I have all this extra armor to sell. But, the funnier part is that everything I want to buy costs way too much money, so it's not even helpful.
Is it a bad time to go, you owe me 10 gold?
I was already memeing about that earlier.
What's that?
I was already memeing about that earlier. I was like, oh damn, it's too bad you didn't die, because then I would go.
I was gonna say it in the battle. I was gonna say I was on the ground. I was like, is it a bad time to save a 10-year-old with gold? Wait, it's only 10 gold. So I just don't like it when people's like, yeah, I'm gonna be so rich. Oh yeah? Why do you owe me money then?
Well,
bitch.
Fucking Ozzy's character gave me their studded leather to wear, so I also have that.
Yeah.
And a full leather set, and then also the
rich.
chain and plate. Which, I mean, I'm gonna wear the chain and plate.
Oh yeah, I got studded leather now, thanks to Rosie's dead character.
Oh, you're taking Rosie's dead leather? Well,
Yeah.
You can't you can't stack it with your armor. Studded leather is standalone.
Yeah, studded leather doesn't work with that. It don't
So
I had regular leather.
Yeah, no, I just took the regular leather. That's what I meant.
Yeah, I already had regular leather, so I'm pirating all of your chain and plate.
It was just a bunch of studded leather, like, back at the tavern.
No, I'm wearing it.
Oh, you have it all? Okay.
But you're wearing every single. It's like the episode of Friends when Joey's wearing every single thing of Chandler's clothes.
They gave me one more armor value, and I'd spent all my money on getting a blunderbuss.
Fair enough.
Which, you know, the blunderbuss has been really helpful. It's been really helpful to not have armor, but, you know.
Alrighty, so last time in a long distant land, after proceeding into the rat's den and Warren, you had reached your golden destination, the Glacier. Found out that his name is Farquaad, as he had announced himself to the rest of you. To which, immediately after that, he had rung the alarm bell that he carries with him around his neck, and then immediately jumped on the back of his faithful rat squick, which, after charging down at you and everyone holding the various tunnelways and seeing that there are the Skaven Guard that obviously we're not far from the Skaven's perch, along with a collection of miners not far to the north. However, you had proceeded to, well, assail the rest of the Skavens and rats in the midst of the combat. Johan thought it would be a good idea to try and light a bomb and throw it at the Glacier. Unfortunately, he had too much butter on his fingers this time as it dropped from his hands and lit both Tin and Ernie's on fire. To which led to fairly long antics between the halfling Eva as she tried to hold the way with the last butter boy, along with the, well, clever soldier Theo running to the north, and then, even though some of the Skaven Guard were bearing down on you, quickly pulling out his pistol and shooting off the lock at that point to free the dwarves. To which, in a very long and extensive combat between people being on fire and the Glacier launching various spells and stunning multiple people and exposing them a great deal to warpstone, broke down to where Theo had managed to make a exit, at least enough with the dwarves who were getting revenge. The many of the Skaven seers personal guard had managed to hold the way, but did not stop Theo from escaping. At that point, especially after most of the army had been drawn out, the rat's nest being alarmed at this point, many of them decided to quickly retreat at this stage, even with a lot of the guard being dead. However, before finally going down, Eva had lobbed one last stone and taken down Skarl the Ratsquig, and left the Grazier walking on foot, to which they had moved even faster to try and escape the massive army of dwarves that was coming in after dealing with the apprentice rat ogres as well as a large portion of the clan rat army. So with that, Theo was able to return, found Arnis bleeding on the floor, and unfortunately Afrida and Eva had no longer have breath in their body.
Fucking pussies.
Lightweights.
To which, at this point, Theo had taken notice that Arnis and Tin were still breathing, even though they were bleeding quite significantly, as well as Johan. But after bandaging up Tin and Arnis, as he proceeded to go and tend to Johan, especially with the various dwarfs there, saw something truly horrific happen before his very eyes. A beak pierced the flesh through on the front of Johan's face, replacing his mouth and nose entirely. As he screamed in horror, many of the dwarfs waited no time at all as they realized that Johan had just mutated and blamed it on his obsession with the winds of magic and quickly decapitated him.
Yeah.
Bloody wizards.
Fucking had it coming. Terrorist scum. Always blowing up shit.
So, with that, the captain excuse me, of the Twinbeard saw that, especially with all that, the fact that many of the Skaven are still on the back foot, they've chosen you with the rest of the miners that had recently escaped to start falling back to the upper levels. One of the miners in particular seems quite able-bodied and very stout compared to the rest, who look more more not on the fresh side, but more like they've been festering there for some time.
Sounds like a good way to be poor.
That's right. You were one of them, Razi. You escaped with them.
They are among us.
They are the Dwarven Army. .2 seconds rest. Right up here. So, especially with that, the Dwarven miners are going to be ascending with you, Theo as well. And then also let me go ahead and roll Theo's heal checks on all of you guys after he found you.
Backup healer dead.
Backup healer dead. Regular healer back in the game.
Yeah. He planned this. He didn't like people taking the spotlight.
He shot the leg of the wizard. That's why he dropped the bomb.
He just planted a beak on his face. Oh no, he's
Thanks, a little
mutating.
bit of crack
It wasn't
on
even
it.
a real beak. It was like a party hat. He just put
Yeah.
the elastic.
Oh no, he's growing a beak. Quick.
We have to kill him. Is that a fucking glitter bauble on the top of it? It just rips it off and like, fucking kill him.
Mutation. It's a mutation. He's spawning glitter bottles.
Alrighty. Tins check.
That's not how you're supposed to go. You're supposed to always heal Tin.
And then Nice.
No, Josh.
Yeah,
wants
this
to
is
die.
definitely wrong.
Yeah, this is clearly because Theo isn't actually here right now. This is a ghost.
Freddy already got healed.
Well, you did take more damage. than
No,
that
you
fight.
you went down in full criticals. You were basically saved from a bleed state. So you.
I just got knocked unconscious, so I'm
Oh,
at 0.
that seems about right.
Never mind.
Oh yeah,
Then they're
yeah, that's,
stored.
yeah, cool.
The natural order has been restored.
You sure that wasn't meant to be a bullet?
Hey, hold on.
Oh, hell for your
Duck main. Oops.
Wrong pistol.
That wasn't the
Yeah.
steam gun. It was the rifle.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. There's a reason why they call her Mercy. Ah!
Why did they call me Mercy when I have none?
A tourbillon's here.
The Torbjorn.
Alright.
Alrighty. So, cash money injection. Also, the effects of Elfrida, Johan, and Ivan are all available as you do. Obviously, go and take a moment to recuperate yourselves, but also collect your fallen comrades' equipment. The commander of the Twin Beards, granted, this mission obviously a great mighty more difficult than expected, but he will still pay out before you head up. Make sure that all is well and handled between the coffers of what you had originally been offered, and especially for the fact that, especially with the massive rat squig as proof, along with the various library and other pieces that the Gracier was clearly here, along with the sacrifice and altars. Many of them are fairly impressed. A great deal that you had held out as long as you did, and that the other dwarven miners, granted, some had died, but was quite a valiant escape at that point for the rest of you, and also for the dwarven miners to hold the way until the other regiments can get there, and they escape and ran before they could get locked in. So
Sits.
you do take note that obviously, especially with the spat of so much blood back and forth, many of the Skaven Seer's guard had been significantly wounded, as well as losing a full regiment of 5, which means their numbers are even further weakened, along with the other factor of their entire assembly that they had between the various plague winds, as well as a massive rat shrine worshipping the great horned rat, from what it seems like, was burnt to the ground immediately from all the wood and other pieces that they had. There was evidence of other larger creatures, but a facility that had been opened up. The doors had experienced the rat squig's fury as the doors were opened up, along with some of the rat ogres that were left behind to cause a ruckus, but unfortunately they are now going to have to pursue the remaining forces of this clan and trying to make sure that they do not re-nest somewhere.
product?
Yes, they did. Some of the
Damn
product.
it. This drug bust was for nothing!
That warpstone cocaine.
We could have snorted that back at the bar. Curses.
Immediate mutations. Glorious.
Beak, 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 beak. One of us. One of us.
Oh, that reminds me of this show Sweet Tooth on Netflix.
So, all of this concludes. You do each get your payout, which is a good 75 gold apiece to each of you.
I don't know if we already got paid that.
What is the 75 gold from?
The twin beard.
No,
That
like,
sounds
is
familiar.
that our payment for the completion of the job?
Yeah.
Like nothing else? Oh, okay.
Maybe we didn't.
Maybe. Alright, I'll give Aaronese 10 gold immediately, so take your money.
Thank you!
So I don't have to keep it in my log anymore.
Yeah.
That's 75 gold to each of you.
Yee, boy, that's a fuck ton of money. I can go get a second blunderbuss.
You could
Sure
tell.
will, Dad.
God.
You could tell, especially with the funds and other items that they have found. Obviously, they're very satisfied, as even though the Gracier was here, some select items were still taken with him in the midst of the rush, but a large portion of the hoard that he had kept was definitely left behind, as he had to immediately retreat or die at this situation.
Did we get a list of what was in the hoard? Or do we not get any of that?
You can get a list, but at that same point, this was kind of like up for grabs before the dwarves got in there. Let me scroll on down.
I mean, didn't the dwarves say specifically we could take anything that we found?
We found these dwarfs, can we take them?
You're enslaved now.
Be ashamed if we accidentally locked you back up.
No! So... need 4 chests. Alright. So, in the grand total, the chests and other pieces that were still remaining, 55 gold in the first one, 121 in the second, 51 in the third, 105 in the fourth, and then the dwarfs managed to find a hidden cache where, let's see, $7 gems worth 11 gold each. So that would have been 77 gold there. Along with what looks like a lost dwarven weapon.
You mean a found dwarven weapon?
Previously lost, now found, but they are obviously keeping the dwarven weapon.
We don't get an opportunity to take any of that, they just take all of it?
Unfortunately.
I mean, that's the bill for saving us.
To be fair, they all left before they got here, so...
With
Whatever,
that,
I guess.
there was unfortunately still the rat squigs and rat ogres. But with all of that handled, you are obviously given one final job to try and get to the surface as safe as possible with the remaining miners. Obviously, there is a smaller location, a old outpost, where you can stop off and lock up for the night. That's hidden off in one of the various smaller den locations. And basically, it is now the goal to get to that second floor, or well, up a floor, and then try to get to the small encampment that had been noted by one of the previous Dwarven Guard for basically hiding out for the night and being able to rest up as long as you need be before making the final trek.
So we plan on spending a week here, trying to heal up.
I don't think we have enough food, Joe, to stay down here for a week with a bunch of miners we just met.
Let's pray for a good heal rolls in.
And Rossi, you can describe your character if you would do so, please.
You describe the very...
Somehow, despite knowing this was going to happen, I completely forgot to prepare for it. Ergrim is a rather short dwarf. There we go. Standing at 4'5", which is the shortest an adult male dwarf can be. By the way.
Oh, wow.
He has pale grey eyes and black hair. Half of his left ring finger is missing, instead ending in a small stump. She happily recounts that it was bitten off by a gobbo. Describe his attire, but I mean, he was a rescued slave just now. He's not really got much.
That's true, but you did get your equipment essentially from the other dwarven soldiers, as they still had some spare, so they outfitted you and the other miners best as they could.
And you got more talking lines than the other dwarfs.
Beer.
Like they're on autopilot, they just said...
That's so bitty.
I see.
He's a bit obsessive.
A good point. That's what I need.
So how long were you locked up in that cage for?
Way too long. It was a good 2 weeks, I reckon.
Oh damn, all these dwarfs start look pretty then.
They're all looking pretty rough. Argrim is the best one out. At the same point, it's easy to note that many dwarves come down here looking for fortune on their own, thinking that they'll be fine. Which, in Ergrim's circumstance, had been a little caught off guard when there was a huge swarm of Klein rats that had basically overrun him. So, as you arrive at these estates as well, and the main ways are easily barred, you can see that there are the two homes that were aforementioned, as well as a pool of water in between that is still clean.
Now, As much as I don't really want to, leave the dead bodies of our friends behind, can we even carry them?
They would be way too heavy, considering you're taking their equipment.
Yeah, that's true. How do we do mine burial? Let's Google. Okay, Google. I want to bury somebody in a mine.
Stick them under a bunch of rocks. Probably. A lot of the doors would usually probably try and carve a stone coffin. Obviously, even if it is a crude lid, at least a lid marked.
Like a tomb.
Yeah.
Just shove them in the wall.
Pretty much that. Carve out a spot and mark them and lay them to rest there amongst their brothers.
I don't really think we have the time to be able to make a mountainside burial.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad.
It's easy enough to be able to find enough rocks to at least cover them respectfully and give them a grave marker in the tunnels.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Hopefully it keeps the rats away.
Well, I guess if it's any consolation, the worms eat the dead bodies up there, the rats will eat the dead ones down here.
True enough.
It's the circle of life.
So, as you do proceed into these homes as well, you can see that, especially for what the guard had mentioned, that this one way in being one of the most defensible, but obviously previously used, you do find that there are various crates and boxes of supplies for food and water, especially with the fresh water in the well, but you can see that the dwarfs have kept 1 or 2 barrels inside the estates to make sure that if somebody were to try and poison them, that they would still have something to drink, even though obviously they have a few ale barrels that are lining the walls around and some beer. You would imagine that they had probably hauled this all the way from the surface down, considering that these are still fresh marked barrels. You are easily able to set up a rotating watch, especially with the miners, just to make sure that nothing is trying to bang down the door coming up into the well sections.
Baby, this is where I shine. Perception checks.
Go ahead and give me your perception checks with... if you have acute hearing, yes, the sounds are relevant.
Have a cute face, does that count?
Oh!
Oh,
Second.
opportunity.
Pretty, be careful. Don't want you going sober.
Oh my god, I almost made it.
Damn.
That's the closest I'll ever get.
What were you trying for?
Perception.
So, with that, the southern end of the hall does actually have a large double door set that lead into this estate with the fountain in between. You do hear what sounds like scuffles and scratches. Not the sound of rats, as they're definitely not being stealthy. You hear the heavy press of something up against the edge of the door, and then what seems like sniffing, and then the occasional chitter of what sounds like large gnashing teeth, much larger than that would be of one of the rat men. And you've seen these creatures before, so it's easy to discern the sounds of it, is that It's very likely that a pack of squigs just passed by.
Damn squigs. Forgot about them.
I think that with the huge amounts of blood and death, these squigs are probably roaming around and feasting on the remains and trying to attack anything else that still has a pulse.
Don't they have all that eating to do? Why are they trying to attack things with a pulse?
Yeah.
Feeding frenzy, baby. They're like piranhas. You move, you die. So, breaking into the rations, you can see that these other dwarfs that have taken the time to kind of try and fit their new equipment start stuffing their faces and obviously having a good laugh now that they are finally able to get a tall fucking flagon of ale. All of them beckoning for the rest of you to come join them.
There's a
Every part of my body hurts, but sure.
One of them will immediately pass it to you and like, takes away the pain. Have on.
Head on.
With that, the dwarves will pass out various ales and even make sure to come out and pass one to Theo, even though he'll probably set the drink down and make sure his gun is ready and just keep watching the main hall here.
This is where I could use my consume alcohol skill.
Hell yeah. Let's see if you can outdrink a dwarf.
No.
It's the perfect place to get wasted.
As they start picking up all the supplies and heading into the grand dining room.
Are we just chilling out in here?
Oh, doing the house tour.
So anyways, this time on.
House tours, dwarf style.
But there's something about crib, so I was just like, eh. I feel like it's overdone.
In which you can also see that there is another fine set of dwarven stone stairwells that lead up to the mythological dwarven bed.
Ooh, a boudoir.
Definitely see that, especially since these are one of the larger estates, that the dwarfs have obviously taken full advantage of. Between the various writing desks, supplies, and other things that obviously lords had probably stayed here, or people who were responsible for larger divisions, but as well as having quarters for all their various servants or other workers with full footlockers. So, you actually have a bed to sleep on tonight.
Hell yes, it's been so long.
It's been a single night.
I know. It's been a long day, man. we had a long rest in the yeah, that was the single night, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was on a bedroll in the middle of like absolute hellscape.
Yeah. I don't think we slept much.
So with that, you can see that, especially on the faces of these dwarfs, as they were a little bit, begrudged on the various facts that they had been captured, or at least a lot more hardy, especially with drink and food in their stomach. And they, looking to you, so what even brought you down here? Was it looking for all the lost treasure hoards that are down in the bottom vaults?
Well, our employer decided to hire us out for this job on behalf of all those other nice dwarves that you met.
That's right, I forgot about that. Actually forgot the reason why we're down here.
We were here to kill the Grey Seer, the rat with the weird skull on his head.
Oh, that damn thing. They were sacrificing our brothers. Some big behemoth of a fucking demon. Sure would have fucking fallen real easy. It was like the Askaraki had no idea what they would be up against proper fucking soldiers. That's why they all ran like that. You definitely all held your own pretty damn well. Especially in the face of that situation.
Yeah, until Johann, Sigmar rest his soul, lit us all on fire.
He was a secret rat.
Yeah, very secret rat.
He was one of them.
The secret man. And we've noticed the beak coming out of his face at the end there.
Yeah, he was quite fucked. He was into weird stuff, like touching children and stuff. I don't know. It was just weird.
What the fuck?
Do that.
He did it one time. I swear.
I don't think that halfling outside counts as a child.
Oh. I saw it from a distance.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he's an adult.
Well, then he was a alright guy then, I guess.
Either rate, might as well take advantage of the supplies we have here. At least for a good while before heading back up. It's the same. If you're really planning on going further down there, I would imagine your employers heard about the throne.
I believe we were told about that before we left.
Fucking magnificent piece.
The throne itself?
Yeah. Carved beautifully out of marble, lined and surrounded by all the various gold of the Dwarven King. Probably, well, if the history serves right, then a great throne, two lining pillars on the back with the insignia and dragon heads, the dwarven bearded axe on both sides, guarding the king safely. Various pieces of his treasure lining the chamber as well. Many said that he had refused to leave once the dragon and a few others had attacked. He locked up deep below in Karak Azgal. Never came out. That's why everyone knows that those vaults are still locked up down there. No king like himself wouldn't even dare let any of them get the keys, never mind plunder such valuable treasures.
Do you think he broke the keys? How do you think he got rid of them?
Well, if it's one of two things, he either sat in a hole fighting his way to death and some ungodly creatures roaming around with it in his belly, or he locked up and, well, after fighting off the best as he could, waited until his supplies ran out and starved within his own chambers, sealed away.
So the keys are either in the stomach of some horrific monster locked in a room we don't have a key to. Excellent.
Well, they definitely say that there's ways to get in there. We always make spare keys or some other way or trick to get in. Mostly just finding the right stone.
Or was that old joke about dwarves having stones they push to open doors real?
Down here, you might be surprised. Might be one even within his very home. Arnie's because they're starts pressing like every step.
That's what I was thinking.
No. The King's Throne is definitely where you would probably find the keys to the greatest treasure of all. But of course, getting that far down is a good few days' journey. You're gonna have to make sure that you have a lot of supplies. Down below, at the further steps, is the city's treasury. Vault upon vault upon vault of glorious heirlooms, rune works, weaponry, Gromo armor, the old warriors and their equipment. But of course, no one's gotten that far down yet. We've still been fighting our way through all the various fucking Raki. Though, there's been one or two groups that claim that they've gone that deep after long expeditions. Smaller ones that broke off, started peering around in the depths. Much more capable divisions and people who are just a bunch of fresh hires from mercenaries looking for the gem veins alone. Though it's rare to find them. If anything, you might bump into them when you're further down, but somehow they always find their way back.
Yeah, the worst thing we've seen so far is people that climbed out of corpses and tried to stab us to death.
Yeah, it seems like the least of your worries on that front. As far as we know, the ugly-ass gobos and Iraqi are fucking probably some of the worst here, fighting us for the gem veins and such. The worst is the fucking snutlings roaming around, building all these weird contraptions. I would definitely say that if you get down there to the vaults, grab everything you can and run. I'm sure it's guarded by all the vengeful spirits that were lost to defending this city to those horrible fucking creatures.
Wouldn't that make if there are vengeful spirits, wouldn't that just make them angrier?
Yeah. Sometimes the restless dead can't travel far from their bodies. Also gives a chance for us to bless something. Lay them to rest finally. Of course, those are the few warriors who stood their grounds. All those greenskins came rushing in along with the Raki. And no way up because of the dragon, and no way down, further down because of all the bastards in the tunnels.
Pretty terrible way to die.
That it is. A noble and brave one, indeed. Defending one of these great cities. Trying to keep it from being overwhelmed by those unfathomable wretches who disrespect it and shit in the holes of these great fucking ancestries. It's only a matter of time before we're able to push them all out. Without that precious dragon up top, we're finally able to get allies again. Work our way down. Reclaim the city like we should have.
So was that dragon somebody's pet?
He's a wild beast. Many of the greenskins tried to tame it. It went rampant. That's when, after many a year of it feasting on our ancestors and probably a good portion of the greenskins and all the Skaven as well, was finally filled with the mighty Skelf. He was one of the only few to return. Not many of his regiment left. Though when they got message back in the other peaks, we wasted no time. Realized very quickly that we could reclaim all the treasures and the lost works that we had still sitting down below. The first floors are the easiest. A lot of Skaven, a few gobos here and there. Not too much to worry about.
Yeah, our experience on the first floor were actually pretty pleasant. Compared to, the later floors, they were still pretty awful.
Further below, we still have scouting parties coming back telling us different horrors. But nothing that we're not going to be pushing out or making sure it has no way to go except in the dirt where it belongs. But, of course, many of us were excited when we got to see many of the gem veins. Had a good portion of carts, and they were loaded up as well. Sent a few back. Unfortunately, Skaven brought his better soldiers as well as some of the rat hookers. Fought off a good portion of them, but obviously, getting overwhelmed is never a treat.
Especially those rat bastards.
A fucking stench on them. I can definitely thank you for the amount that you already did getting them out of there and slaying a huge portion. Might have lost a few miners here and there, but I know they prefer going down swinging.
More honourable way to go.
Exactly. That is one rumor that we've been hearing about. We managed to catch wind from a few people who managed to come back from the depths. A couple of mercenaries as well. They were telling us about a massive tunnelway filled with webs and spiders.
Ugh, not more of those spiders.
Those, they said, were her children. There's one magnificent bitch down there. Owns one of the larger areas that had been dug out. Not even greenskins live down there. Not even the rats are safe.
I feel unsettled just living on top of a place where that exists. Ugh.
Well, Just don't go down any webbed tunnels. So with that, you can see many of the miners are now just kind of relaxing and just start to pick up the pace, obviously after discussing the things that they have seen, and just start to enjoy themselves. Having a good amount of merriment to lighten the mood at this point, after spooking the other mercenaries that had bled and rescued them. You can tell there's a little hint of fun as he is telling all the rumors that they've heard so far from below.
Only a hint of fun, though. He's only having fun 10%.
It's all about the glory of going down there and killing it yourself.
Yeah.
So. And for anyone who is curious, one of the strange mercenaries that they had mentioned that journeys deeper into the depths probably has a little more knowledge. A thief who knows his ways around the tunnels from practice and managed to find a few spots to hide out, and goes by the name of Wolf Altman.
Yeah, I was just thinking to myself, somebody like that could probably make a killing in these tunnels if they, don't get really unlucky, trip in front of a bunch of greenskins.
He is the one who mentioned the spider tunnels.
He looked at it and he's just like, how about no?
And then Izoni's going to search the estate for hidden goods.
Yeah, I mean, sure, why not? I mean, my perception's shit, so I'll give it a go.
Actually, go ahead and roll me a search.
Search. Just as bad.
Yeah.
I can't look.
There's a point where you're just kind of like trying to find like any faults or something loose and just kind of pressing against every stone for probably maybe like 15 minutes or so. And then there's a point where you just like get frustrated and you don't find anything. You start thinking that they're probably just fucking with you on the fact that there's maybe treasure in every corner of the kingdom.
Alright, keep your secrets.
Keep your secrets.
What you didn't know is there's 3 full suits of Gromwell armor behind the one rock you can push.
Yeah, the only one rock I didn't push.
Yeah. The cornerstone, and because you didn't use a dagger specifically between the slit.
Yeah.
Should have
Is this going to stay within the Empire as the Gromwell storage dining hall?
The tables Gromwell, the chairs are Gromwell, the fucking knife are Gromwell.
You just have to walk to the other side. Go to this side of the building.
Go through the fireplace.
No!
Yeah.
Oh.
Go through the fireplace while chanting the magical phrase, Gromwell, Gromwell, where are you?
Alrighty, so obviously you can try and pick the dwarf's minds for a few more rumors and other such things. obviously, with a good portion of merriment. And he's quite easy. They invite you to compete in some more consume alcohol.
I'll consume alcohol.
I'll consume sleep.
I'm not even trained in consume alcohol. I just got really lucky with that first one.
No, that's yeah, I mean, we need the heal. We are very dead. We probably should go to bed.
Hell yeah. Alrighty. I'll use the thug sheet for the moment. The universal sheet. And they are definitely trained. I still no. Bump it up by 10. Yeah.
What are we drinking?
For this dwarven ale is not Bugman's, but obviously it is more of the stuff from the surface. It's still good dwarven drink, not that filthy human shit.
Consume alcohol test. Ale is routine difficulty, which is a +10 modifier.
Very nice.
So I actually succeed that second one.
The dwarf is keeping with the dwarves. Oh my god. Quick, use all the consume alcohols. Just make sure that all of the good rolls are used now, specifically for drink.
Yeah.
I'll have one more.
Jesus Christ. God damn.
Oh no, one's finally going down. Two are going down. Obviously, you're not fully down and out. You're just having a good swim in your head.
Yeah, I mean, I have the alcohol effects sheet right here.
Oh.
At one failed test, the difficulty of weapon skill, ballistic skill, agility, and intelligence tests becomes challenging. At 2 it becomes hard, at 3 it becomes very hard, and after 4 failed tests you become stinking drunk. Where you roll a d100 to determine the effects.
Alright, so you can tell that obviously they intend to go for the whole night. Though I would imagine, especially for those traumatically wounded, intending to pass out.
I went to bed.
Alright. So, come sometime later, you're not sure if it's day or night, but definitely a large portion of time has passed. Theo will try and dole out some healing. For 10 and then release. Poultice. Oh.
Oh, damn. Is that
God damn.
Is that for 10 or I?
You.
Oh.
Tin doesn't get to have heals.
Yeah, well, I
You know
guess
what?
10 will
He'll
just zero.
fortune. He'll fortune. Because it is a fresh day. And you're held up in a good, safe location. There we are.
Oh, there
What
we go.
the 41.
The 41.
There you
At least
go.
I think that puts me out of critical at least, so that's nice.
Mhm.
Pulls you out of the crit zone, baby.
Oh, the knee wasn't supposed to be in that direction.
Oh, no wonder it hurt.
You needed your leg to face forward, boy. And fortune again for himself. Yeah, no, that's already all of his fortunes. So. Obviously, many of the dwarfs enjoying the early buzz that they're still experiencing and go for another round to fully finish off the last of the keg that's still there. You can see that a good portion of them have had wounds tended to, and especially now that you're not caked with blood and other such things yourself. You can even see that they have, well, basically an early morning wash basin to kind of wash the grogginess out of their eyes and get all the dust out of their face for a moment as they enjoy their meals. But easy to assume that you'll be staying another night, try and heal up somewhere. You'd see.
Might as well, considering it's like a half day's walk back out. So
it's a full day's walk at this point. This place is still down on the, well, not the second, basically in between the second and third level.
I need to install a elevator.
Ding.
Now arriving at Forsaken Lands.
Like
Oh,
that stabby elevator.
My ass.
Yeah, for some reason the Forsaken, mine just has an elevator that goes to everyone.
Yeah, no one knows about it.
Nope. Well, nobody in the valley knows how to use a elevator, so that's why you're powerful. You come from the city. You know how an elevator works.
Yeah.
And then, on this day, as they are obviously just killing time, they take one of the lids from the crates and pull out what looks like enlarged dartboard darts, and they'll invite you to a game of moot darts.
Dorts.
You can see that one of them takes out some chalk and just marks up a target for the rest of you. But the goal is to take on the hardest bet, almost kind of like a game of horse, and to lob these heavy metal darts into the board and get the best score possible. Which, obviously, the harder circumstance at which you manage to basically get a score. You could have people tickle you, shake you, even kind of like pushing you back and forth, or even like tossing you up and down off of one of like the blanket sheets, or even standing on all the way from standing under your head, or someone holding you upside down, or someone kind of throwing you up and down like if you were a kid and trying to nail this target.
Corona safe, is it?
Considering the size of these darts, yeah, no, it doesn't look safe at all.
I think that's the point.
Keep in mind, I say darts. Have any of you seen lawn darts?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're that big.
Yeah, I figured that's what you hang it.
So, definitely see them taking part in that. You're more than welcome to join them if you want to go beat against them. So they're betting some coin that they have back and forth from what they were able to pick up on the way out.
I think I'll pick up this game when I'm back up on the surface and I'm not, threat of being devoured by squigs. I'd rather not give myself a life threat danger.
I'll just watch.
Alright.
Because I don't really want to be pushed and thrown around by a dwarf.
Dust me. What? You're gonna have to dust me. Alrighty. Just chop off an arm and throw it as it's getting chopped off to see how you land the shot.
You want to win that 4 gold, don't you? Come on, let's chop off your arm as you throw it.
No one else will be able to match that.
All the other dwarves are just like, no, yeah, you would do it.
Yeah, still, it's pretty crazy, dude.
You didn't even die from blood loss.
So you can definitely tell these dwarves are piss washed, essentially, as the darts themselves don't even make it towards the target board that they've just made, but instead go flying against the cabinet and some of the kegs and right into the door frame. This is
all right, my turn.
Hey, come on.
Nailed it.
They're all very drunk.
So
That's the secret. They're all always drunk.
you gotta be in our line of work. So with that, let me double check con, because especially with the yep, there it is. All right, go ahead and roll me. Let's see, where is it? Go ahead and roll me a 1d8. All right. So, as you go for it, especially still feeling a little bit of the drink, Urgrim, you just pelt this guy right in the fucking arm with the dart. You know, just fuck, and he'll just pull it out like, all right, my turn. Let's see. God. Let's see what they challenge each other to do. Ironically, while being tossed in the air, so they quickly rush to get one of the fucking blankets so they could literally fucking bungee jump someone in the air, and they're just trying to throw darts that way as they're getting flung up and down.
I guess these must be dwarven blankets still to withstand their weight.
So, with all of that wonderful chaos going on, obviously the day will pass with good relative ease. You can see that spirits and morale are reaching a good high. A lot of the dwarven bellies are full, yours as well. Theo even brought in one of the buckets from the storeroom with water so you can wash off the blood that's still probably caked onto your armor and other pieces of equipment.
All the burn marks that are now present on my clothing, so I have to go buy new clothing.
Yeah. The crispiness of that. Alright. But obviously being more presentable, but obviously battle damage as fuck. able to get another good night's rest.
Be done.
Yeah. And then Theo is going to.
That one I got in the arm. I'll just
Through the
pat him
wall.
on the shoulder. Get that Grumbolgi to take a look at you.
Oh, no, worry. I've had worse.
Theo's just been standing the hallway this whole time.
Why, tell me so God, Daddy.
I think that might be good.
Wow, lawn darts are illegal.
Yeah.
Huh.
Too many people getting stabbed at drunk
I mean-
parties. I
Yeah,
rocked.
that was the obvious consequence.
I think quite a few people have actually been killed by it too.
I'm moving with deaths to lawn darts. In 1970, Food and Drug Administration citing 3 deaths and numerous injuries to children.
Mhm.
How one grieving father got lawn darts banned.
21st of October 2020 on YouTube. How to make lawn darts. The banned yard game.
DIY lawn darts. That's all I see.
Lawn darts were responsible for an estimated 6,100 hospital-related emergencies.
Lawn darts. We miss you.
3 children ages 4, 7, and 13 are known to have died in lawn dart-related incidents.
Imagine if we had that today. I mean more, like, more deaths we would have.
Oh, dude, there'll be so many TikToks, people dying to lawn darts.
Yeah. My friend just died, but blow up this video.
Make
This
his
video
death
has
worth it.
This video hits 10,000
Apparently they make
likes.
soft tip lawn darts now. That are just weighted and like round heads.
Boo!
Boo!
Those things still
Bring back
fucking
the
hurt.
pointy bits.
Bring back a lethal yard game.
I want a lethal yard game. Yeah. Ah.
For our next
we-
new
we-
yard game,
We
we
always
have
play
real
like,
sharp metal lances you can joust in your yard.
we always played bocce, like the solid ball. You gotta try and get to. It's like lawn balls, but like you throw it on the grass or in the sand. And my son saw us throwing it, so he picked it up and just started pegging the balls at us.
Oh
Like,
my
no,
God.
that's painful because like they're solid fucking balls.
Yeah, those things are heavy.
Like, no. He's just sitting there laughing because he's like, yeah, you're having fun. Like, no.
I have the power now, Father. Ah! Just nails you right in the fucking temple.
Father, I will cause your undoing.
Oh boy. Oh no.
I missed the wizard. Can we bring him back?
Yeah.
Hail, Mr. Wizard. Alright. Fortune for each person, so 10. Nice.
This is wrong.
There you
Tin
go.
can have that one. Tin can have my second one
Alright.
if you want to swap it up. Because I'm quite good. I'm only missing 3 HP.
Alright. And don't forget to tack it up one, because you get your
Oh,
Fire ones.
We did sleep.
Okay. Then that'll be 2 more then. So I'm pretty much good.
Alright. So then those two are going to Tin and Theo. This is for you, Tin.
That's good enough. I'm only missing 2.
Theo is back to full.
Nice.
Somehow recovered from nearly dying in just 2 days. He is really good at what he does when he does it.
It's the jar of yak piss.
The yak piss really causes the wounds to close.
Yeah. Nothing wants to stay open in that shit.
Not only does it prevent fever, it prevents. Well, hold on, living. I need to do that.
Drink some yak piss.
Drink yak piss. Live forever. Confirmed.
They say a bottle of yak piss a day keeps the doctor away.
Alrighty. So, on this day, everyone is feeling mighty good. Theo is out of fortune, so he kind of just does like, it's good that you're all feeling better, but should be one more day to make sure that we're all at our best equipment, and so they're a little more sobered up as he points to all the passed out miners in the dining hall.
I didn't think dwarves could pass out that hard from alcohol.
You can see that there's like 3 empty kegs and darts everywhere.
How do we sleep through that?
The glory of stone walls.
This ain't your grandma's plywood. Brick bed, brick bed.
So, Theo, obviously, being the soldier that he is, kind of tells the dwarves, like, you can still drink, but no blackout drunk, as they're all moving out tomorrow to get back to the surface. You can hear some griping at that, as many of them want to still enjoy the free supplies that they have, but
Is this how Theo dies?
probably by dwarven drinking.
Jake comes back. Yeah, you have to roll for a new character. Why?
The dwarves
I
weren't
told
happy.
dwarves they weren't allowed to drink.
What? No drinking.
He said they could drink, just not as much.
I'm cutting you off after 12 drinks. You what?
What?
That's baby shit. My son could do 12, and he's just been born.
I'd like to imagine now that you know how like when babies are born they'll cry sometimes. The baby starts crying, they just hand them a cool flagon, and they're just like, drink it down.
Shut up and drink.
Hey, that's what my parents did. Got a problem with that?
No, I think it's charming.
You need some help, sir.
That's why you're so short.
You need Jesus.
You need Jesus.
What the hell's Jesus?
You need some milk.
He's another bearded guy who liked to get fucking smashed in alcohol and became made of it.
Water, not at my party.
Even though it's wine, I feel like dwarfs would rock out with Jesus pretty fucking hardcore.
Some say that Jesus was actually a dwarf.
I mean, he had the beard for one. Alrighty. So, obviously, one more day.
And now max health.
One off of max health.
Theo will try and patch that max health. He does.
Of course, when I'm 1 point away, he
Yeah.
succeeds.
That's how it
So it's
always
gonna roll
goes.
a 10.
Oh, you one away, but I'll roll it. I'll roll the d10 if you want me to.
Yeah, no.
It's gonna be a fucking 10. Oh no. Still.
It's still,
Still, that's a pretty big number. Save that rest of the 6 in your back pocket.
mm-hmm. Can I pocket the rest of that healing?
You can, but the moment you get hurt, it's erased.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alrighty, so with a little bit of griping from the dwarves, as they don't want to leave all these beautiful casks behind, but they know that they'll get in trouble if they try and take all these casks and not leave some for their brothers.
And I think they'll get in trouble because we won't be able to carry all the fucking alcohol.
We'll just roll it. What?
Oh, we did do that before when we had a lot more people with all the armor, but...
Didn't we drop a little bit? Or we stood it up?
Yeah, we stood it up and the giant black orc decided he wanted to eat us.
And he got fucking destroyed.
Yeah. He got fucking destroyed. Meanwhile, he had a great weapon that was so fucking heavy, no one could take it back home with them. So there's just a big fucking axe just laying on the stairs somewhere in the distance.
Like what I imagine if Thor ever died, he just like leaves his hammer wherever he is. He'll just be there forever.
Until someone worthy came along.
Gets dropped like the entryway, like a convenience store.
Yeah. Damn it, so not convenient.
People can't get their shopping carts in and out of the store because it's indoor. Pretty sick prank Thor could pull right there.
Imagine what would happen if he dropped it in an elevator.
Is it elevator worthy?
The elevator becomes the next floor.
I think there was an actual joke about this in the Avengers movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was literally because they were talking about it with Vision. Like, is the elevator worthy?
Yeah. There's an actual skit that Chris Hemsworth did as Thor. He's like living in Australia just with this random like a regular housemate.
Oh, yeah.
He's just Thor, and he's like, sometimes I like to leave building in a very inconvenient place just to, just mess with him. And it's just like on the toilet seat. And he's like, "Come on, Thor! I need to go."
Too bad you're not worthy. Alright, so heading up, you can see very distinct marks very clearly from roaming squigs, as the claws are too distinct between the two feet that are tightly packed together, along with the fact that there's a few pieces here and there, clearly from other squigs fighting each other and tearing flesh from their bodies. It's leaving evidence behind as you follow back up these stairs into one of the main halls, getting back towards the dwarven intersection where you had originally made your stand for the night when you encamped out.
Is that the vein?
Was that?
Is that the vein tin mark? So like, I'm gonna remember this.
Yes. So you do definitely see that the section you had marked out before, previously 10, still marked out, is available for you for when you get back down here. Or unless you want to stop and dig some precious gemstones.
I'd rather be on the surface. We've been down here for a long ass time.
Alrighty. Fair enough. As you...
Also, if we mine it now, we have to share with all these dwarves.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend it all on gambling.
Gambling I'm in.
Obviously, proceeding through these larger halls, you can see that there are a number of bodies riddling the hall, mostly Skaven. One or two what seems to be human or other of the sort. The occasional unfortunate halfling who somehow made their way here. But you can tell, especially for this segment of the second floor, just before where you had gone to assault the clan nest, it's obviously been the pinnacle of battle across many of the various people who have explored down this main hall and into the main stairwell that had led further down. You see the tattered remains of various weapons scattered all around. Broken shields, equipment, weaponry, armor that's been torn clean asunder. Viscous from various people that have unfortunately been split in half and thrown across this grand hall. As you are obviously making your way back towards the previous mine entrance of this being one of the greater treks, and especially the larger expanse that it is, very difficult to try and make sure that no one is trying to sneak up on you, especially with the remains of so many dead.
Weren't we getting paid 10 gold per night or something to stay down here?
I'm pretty sure that was part of the massive amount of money we were given.
Yeah.
So those extra nights.
I mean, to be fair, the job was kind of over. Those extra nights were our own decision.
That's true.
Yeah. And they gave you free room and board.
Yeah, that's true. I can't complain about that.
But you start to hear the familiar scraping sounds that you heard the other night. Or, well, a few nights ago. Which, at this point, you can hear some of the dwarfs quickly calling, "There! Make yourselves ready!" As you see a small pack of squigs are starting to run down the main tunnel in your direction.
Hello there.
Da 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 da.
Oops. I didn't click my dude.
Gotta click your dude.
I gotta click my dude.
Click it, dude.
Man, I've got such a great initiative roll.
Yeah, what?
I'm wearing heavy armor now, so you take a
Ah,
minus
okay, I was gonna say, I was like, what? I thought it was always better. Yeah, that makes sense.
Are you also wearing heavy armor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should also have a minus 10.
Oh, I'm supposed to be doing that? Oh.
Yeah, because you're wearing chain.
Yeah, on the
You're wearing the exact same amount of armor I am, so you should have the exact same amount.
yeah, on the armor page, you should tick the penalty.
Oh, yeah, down the bottom.
For medium and heavy.
Yeah, there, click. So it does it automatically, right?
There.
Oh, you just did.
It doesn't
Okay.
seem to have done it, because I see no minus 10 in your calculation.
Nope.
Now it will.
So do you want me to do it again?
Well, it gives you a minus 10 to agility, so...
Yeah, it's easy enough to correct you to 44, which it would be.
Yep.
10 became even slower.
And then the dwarves using thugnificent sheets. I'll just use this boy in the back.
What's your agility? 10.
You know, just, coughs. 35. I'm very agile for a human.
I'm only 36.
"36 years old. Goddamn, Theo.
I don't know if Theo's a squig. These squigs are thugs.
Well, that's the problem with squigs. They're fast.
That's as fuck.
Alrighty. Alright, so first squig is up. He is going to charge Arnis.
Oh, what's up? What's going on?
We see the ball of hungry hatred. Like hungry hatred hippos. He's gonna come gnaw you. He'll hit you in the head unless you dodge or parry.
I shall dodge and take it in the head.
Alright. You take 13 damage to the head as it jumps up, and you guys just see this squig out of nowhere just launch up and just clamp down onto the helmet of Ernie's.
Oh god.
That Theo. He's in a bit of a pickle. Yeah, he'll try and shoot for this boy down here, because unfortunately with this immediately in his way, bit more difficult than he would
Sorry,
like.
this is how I was standing in the hole.
It's understandable. The firearm. The arms that fire. Can't even shoot. Definitely does. Heavy 13 to squig. That's actually enough to instantly drop this squig. The other squig.
Wait, what?
Actually, there's the 4. Need to double check the distance. Oh yeah, no, they can cover that. Come charging in for another chomp on Arnis.
What's up?
They're still angry.
So aggressive.
Jeffrey, that body. Would you like to? Well, you already dodged, so
Kind of like Perry.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Hit him with the Katy Perry.
Perry. Good job. Never mind.
Would you like the fortune?
Sure. Let's fortune that. Good job, Perry.
Oh my god. When the dice say no.
That is all.
12 to your body. And don't forget to reduce the damage by your...
Yeah, I
know. It's just been a while. I want to make sure everyone's not taking excess damage.
Yeah, I think I would be on like 1 health if I didn't from the last hit.
Yeah, between a 10 and a 12. Fucking just... plop.
Oh, you'll be dead.
Yeah. Alright.
What was that last one, sorry?
12 damage to your body. So thankfully your pinkiest part jumps up and latches onto your side and just starts chomping down on the plate.
Alright, so it's my turn. I'm going to swift attack the one in front of me. Do we have a gang up? No, we don't. Because you're not quite touching it.
Yeah, unfortunately everyone's separated from you.
Would it be flat or?
Yep, flat.
Cool.
Alright, let me double check. I believe they have dodge. Yes, they do. So that one will try to dodge. And fail.
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn it.
Oh. A glancing blow.
I'll swing again. And I will miss.
Alright. So, especially the fact that you managed to glance one of them is impressive enough, because you got one trying to chomp on your head as the other one's chewing on your side. So it's almost cumbersome to even try and move with these two creatures like latched onto your body.
Good day to die. Glad I waited in that cave for so long.
Not be gone yet, Umgi. Swing my hammer at the one below me.
Oh!
Up his head.
He'll try to dodge. That one will unfortunately succeed.
Bad boys.
Finally lets go Arnice's side and pushes off. Will that be all?
Yes. That was 2 actions. 2 half actions.
That's true. The Dwarven Squad. Dur, dur, dur.
You walked through a pole. Oh my god. Jason Bourne.
Folded time in space, bitches. Roll out, boys. So these two will attempt to smash and grab some bitches. Oh no. Oh no.
Too quick.
This guy's gonna start circling around this. They leave an opening for you, Tim. Get in there!
You're powered up. Get in there.
Get that plus 20 gang up.
Plus 20, gang up. Plus 20, gang up.
Gang, gang.
Gang, gang.
I'll hit because it hasn't gone again. A solid 10. And it pierces 1 armor, right?
Only it pierces like actual worn armor, not the
Gotcha.
toughness.
So you still catch this squig and slam the pick right into its side. You can hear it squeal and squelch as you can see these nasty, almost kind of condensed spore just spilling all over the floor. And then
I can
This-
do no more.
the squigocalypse. Squiggy, squiggy, bang, bang, bang. It's gonna try and bite and slash the dwarfs. Because they're here now. And miss both. Theo will spend his turn reloading. Squigocalypse. It's gonna put 1 into the miner and 1 into, well, 10 as well, because he fucking slammed and pick into him. Tens. So he'll miss you 10, but he'll bite down onto the miner's leg. For 10 fucking damage. Obviously, that's before reduction. Six. Alright. Arnice.
Swift attack, bitch. Gang, gang. What's that?
And that would be 20 total.
Just 20? Okay.
Yeah, because it caps at 20. That definitely connects. Let's see if he tries to dodge. It's these little shitheads with their dodge mechanics.
Good at doing it.
He will fail.
Oh.
Fuck him up.
Hey, that's a bit more damage now.
Alright. So that very nice heavy cut across the squig's body. You can see it's now limping back a little, but still got some life in it.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Oh, fuck you! Oh, never mind.
No, please! I have a spore family!
Nope.
Ugrim.
Aim and swing at the one below me.
Alright, we'll attempt to dodge. Fail. Go ahead and roll damage.
Would his
Hit
head
him.
be his body?
I dodged the headshot.
So with that, bring the hammer straight down as it's trying to pull the other miner back to the floor and just splatter this squig everywhere.
I can confirm this squig is one hit.
Oh, easily. Especially for how much damage you've put into it.
He's down. He's one hit. He's one hit.
Right. As the fucking miners moving.
Myers.
Assemble. They see fresh kill. Oh yeah.
No. I mean,
Yeah. Oh my god.
God, it's only one hit.
Wow.
God, it's only one
Sword
hit.
jams.
Wow. But that's enough.
His sword jams quick on
When I mean one hit, I mean like a decent hit.
See, reality is just like they all swung down at once, and you just hear this massive clong as only one of them manages to scratch it, but that's enough to cause it to finish bleeding out.
They were so excited they closed their eyes and just swang down. They opened it and like, who got it? Who got it? Who got it?
Yeah. Who was the gobbo?
Theo, I'm gonna need you to heal me, my dude.
Yep. Come here.
I know when Josh plays Theo, Theo seems to like me a bit more.
Yeah.
than when
Oh,
Jake-
wait, alright. Yeah, dude, you're right. Alright, yeah, bleeding cut came out.
I'm just saying, you always heal me. Jake never heals me.
That's true, that's true.
I don't think you failed on me once. Oh, I mean, you did, but you faded.
Faded and succeeded just
Well,
like
oh,
that. Fuck yeah, bro.
What do we got? What do we got? Whoa.
The good
Oh
shit.
my goodness, you
The
do love
good
me.
shit.
It pours that yak piss right into the bite.
Give it to me all. Alright, we're good.
You ain't got no infection today, son. You clean as a whistle.
I'm so fucking healthy.
Yak piss, mud. Yak piss, mud. It's a simple
I don't know.
formula.
I'll throw one fortune into this door finder. Alright, never mind. The dice have spoken. I'll have to be healed at a later date. Alrighty, so especially after that, you can see that there's a bit of commotion going on through these tunnels, and a lot of the miners are looking a bit nervous. We need to get to the upper hallway stairs. Let's go. For those who are looking around or listening, go ahead and roll me a perception.
Yeah, I'm gonna save everyone some time and not do that. can try, I guess. Yeah, this is why I don't bubble.
Fair
Your
enough.
ears open, your eyes peeled.
So, as you are listening and kind of moving just a little bit quicker, making sure to not draw too much attention to yourselves, you see a very large shadow moving by in the distance. It's definitely not a spider, but from the illumination cast, as it seems to move through the battlefield, and especially with a good amount of successes there. Some of you take note that as it's kind of scavenging food, it looks like it picked up a rat ogre's body from the shape of it, from the shadow it cast, and started eating it, carrying
It's
it
a
around.
giant squig. Let's move a little bit faster. I think that giant squig's back.
It's not like we just killed some squid babies, so we should probably definitely go.
Oh yeah, definitely book it.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
You can see even the one with the semi-wounded leg that got gnawed on, is, even though bleeding pretty badly, like as he's running, just ties it off with the rest of the bandage that Theo was using on him, and just fucking starts hoofing it with the rest of you. But you very quickly leave the very ominous shadow behind in the massive cavernous halls.
My shadow.
We mentioned giant squig and it's like real shit.
Real shit, bro. Real shit.
And game shit.
As you arrive at one of the upper levels, thankfully, away from all that you are hoping to basically avoid at that point. So I've accidentally pasted everyone into the map layer on this one. Don't worry, the orcs aren't there.
Ah!
Oh
All
my
these dead
God,
bodies.
orc.
We went back in time. There's our previous self.
Kill your doppelgangers, man.
Brace yourself.
Oh, yeah, just you and I, Tin. That's all there is. Oh, no,
That's
Tim.
correct to the timeline.
Yeah.
Kill the wizard.
The wizard dies first. He doesn't have a beak.
He doesn't have a beak, and then he doesn't have to worry.
I'll get the umge with a glaive.
I somehow feel like that's fitting.
I know my weaknesses. I can't see.
You've been blind the whole time.
Apparently.
Alrighty. No one can see. It's just sausage into the void. But you do reach a familiar looking style of hall. Pretty sure for some of you you've been here. Those who have recently joined the party have not passed through these sections before, but do recognize that
Sure, I
that
saw Dwarf 1 there. Dwarf 1 was with us, wasn't he?
dwarf one
Dwarf 1's been with us like family.
just finally arrived. We couldn't see him originally. Air dwarf one.
Just never said anything, I guess.
He's always been there in the shadows.
Having a piss.
Waiting for
Watching.
the right time to say hello.
Waiting.
Pissing.
Commiserating. especially with the mad dash. Obviously, people are taking moments to take deep drinks from their water skins, and occasionally you see the dwarfs opening up one of their tankards that they carry on their belts and taking a swig. Definitely filled up for the road. But especially at this distance, and the tunnel's getting much smaller compared to the ones that you were previously, I feel like, aside from the small squigs, that this section should be safe enough to set up camp. So obviously traveling most of the day in this direction is fairly exhausting, especially having to run the rest of the trek of the massive grand hall from the second floor. So, with that, which room would you like to post up in?
Bits. 2 bits. Yeah.
Post up in the bedroom, then a nice table.
Yeah. Nice table. I'm gonna get the doors. I'm not gonna say you just did it. Okay.
Is Phil entering into the Matrix for anybody else?
Yes, he is. I think the server is just having a fit, but I did get that. The post Malone of the Dwarven Patron.
See if this helps any.
Yeah, that went up from red to green.
Perfect. But yes, that is the main chambers there. So they have the 2 beds that are there. Not the cleanest, just in the factor of dust, because obviously not many people have come through here. But it is definitely a defensible position, so you're not stuck in the open. That many of the miners are kind of laughing about finally moving back up to the surface for safety. Usually it's been the reverse for dwarves, where moving further down into the mountain was always the best idea. How odd that the reversal of fortune had been played out this way. But quite a few of them talk about how they are going to be overjoyed to be able to get back to the Miners Guild, and especially get their pay for this entire time, as they've still been on the job.
The contractor returns after 600 years.
Where the fuck were you? Where's my pay? Ah!
I'm still been on the books. I haven't clocked out yet.
You know, might have been working for Skaven for a few weeks on account of being slaves and all, but we were working.
Tunnels are clear. Definitely not gonna collapse on us, but they'll collapse on Skaven. Imagine making smart tunnel traps like that. Just collapses on a particular kind of fucking evil race.
It just knows.
I smell Skaven.
The dwarf's like, to be honest, that would have crushed anyone. We're just lucky enough if Skaven went first.
Yeah. Just managed to tiptoe around the trap the whole time.
Sacrifice we're willing to take.
But the idea is pretty cool, right? Alrighty, so hunkering down in the small bedroom. Go ahead and give me perception as you try and get some sleep tonight.
You're trying to perceive.
If you say it like that, jeez. Something.
Wish to perceive the bed.
I perceive reality. It breaks around me.
I
can see this.
one.
I've not once in my life passed perception test.
Theo perception.
The hobbits are going to Isengard.
Oh my god! So, not too noisy of a night, but you start to take note that there are very obvious, distinct sounds for some who've passed the perception check. You can hear an increased ratio of squeaks and such. Definitely seems that the few rats that had not been purged might have broken off, or maybe even got separated and came out in this direction. People are keeping watch, and tensions are a little high, but no one seems to approach the lantern in the doorway. As you kind of keep watching the darkness, waiting.
Like we hear like a rat passing like close by and somebody just burps.
When he burps, we go. Brrr.
When the dwarves are turned, we go.
We waited for a long time.
There's a palpable amount of tension in the air. As you can see, even the dwarves are being sure to be vigilant. They're still kind of rabble-rousing, not really, letting that destroy their merriment, but they're still very clearly on guard for this situation.
It was like, Jürgen been spotted out here yet, or by any rats?
As far as you can tell, no, they don't seem to be hunting for you. They seem to just be searching for a place to retreat to.
I mean, Jürgen's just sitting out here in the open.
Oh, I assume he's inside.
I just hadn't moved my token. I was taking a picture of my cat.
Priorities, people.
Well, she's like curled up and sleeping on my bed.
That's a priority.
Yeah, she was really cute. I was like, I need a picture.
I require the fluff picture. But yeah,
Redeem it on the channel.
you're damn right. I've got the points to spare. So, obviously, everyone's just kind of hunkered down for the night, watching and making sure to be at the ready in case anything should approach from the darkness. See that the one with the knot on leg is being sure to stick at the back a little, even though he is obviously eager to pick up his weapon and charge anything that comes through into the view. But after that long year of tension, finally breathe a sigh of relief as it seems they've gone distant. And even though people still sleep lightly, manage to get their sleep. After a couple of hours in this tension and even switching out the oil lanterns, Theo's gonna try and patch up the miner's leg.
Really hates that guy.
One fortune. Okay, yeah, the dice really do hate that man. But he at least heals a single point, as he's not completely fucked into the criticals, but he is still hurt. Alright. So with that, you begin making your final trek to the fucking surface.
You get it.
Small rats. They're all over. Small rats are traitors. They know what they did. They couldn't stop surfing that butthole.
Do we happen to walk past that great axe? Did we leave, Josh?
Yes, you do. It's still there, weighing down that step.
Good. As long as that step's not going anywhere.
You can tell, unless another greenskin comes roaming along, or someone who has got a team, they're probably not going to take that thing out of here. That choppa is ridiculously heavy.
I'm glad he never got to swing it at us.
Yeah.
Transition screen. That fucking great axe is going to become like a landmark.
Yeah.
Nobody ever moved it. It's Ungak material. But it was a good way and a reminder that the greenskins still longer live up here.
Everyone just assumed it was just part of the step.
Purely decorative from a slayer of great strength. So, as you move up these tunnels, there is a brief moment of panic as something you'd not experienced before, but clearly out of just desperation, trip over a line of small brass bells strung along a string.
Oh.
Which at that point, you see clan rats come popping out of various holes in the walls that they've dug out for themselves. Little hidden compartments that they've kind of rested dirt or other pieces out over them as they covered themselves with their shields. And they're gonna come charging at you.
It's an ambush.
Initiative time, boys.
Damn crafty Raki.
Octone.
Dungoff! Dio's initiative is fucking yonkers.
I don't know why mine's... Because...
Well, it's because he doesn't wear any armor. If one of these guys gets up to him, he's basically fucking dunked.
What he is wearing armor, that's why he's so bad.
No, he's just got leather.
Huh.
That is pretty much just his image, but he's realistically just wearing a...
Oh, I meant tin. I meant tins.
Oh, tin.
Condition.
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
Oh, that's because he
I don't
rolled
know.
a 10.
I like... It shouldn't ours be the same though? Like, because my agility is like one more than his. And if that's his max, then...
You're probably looking at core. So, Your agility is 36.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yours says a 36 and you have 2 plus 5s in it. Did you put your advances in the right section?
One is a talent, and then one is an advanced.
Oh.
Which... Yeah, no, it's all correct. Huh. Strange. Don't know.
Ah, lightning reflexes. Plus 5% agility. That would have been it, didn't it?
Yeah, because then you're just rolling initiative off of a 36, because with the minus 10, it is a 36.
That plus 5 is, yeah, okay.
Because your base is 36, but then you have 2 advancements, so it cancels it out, so your whole base is 36. When you have heavy armor on, and when you take that off, they'll turn back to a 46.
Gotcha. Alright, I'll just make sure I'm doing something right.
You are, my friend. You are the good shit.
Well, I am now. But I take those boxes.
Yeah.
Gavin. Oh, I get a drink while the rats attack.
The rat attack. Rat attacking! Let's see. Here we are.
Battle music.
Theo.
So that music was really relaxing before.
Got that piece, and then you got that scraping metal.
Yeah.
So he'll aim it at fire at the first one, so he'll only get a +10 because they do have their shields. Nails him in the right arm for... Oof. Good night, right? So he's still up. I think it was slams into the side of the shield, blows off a good piece, and then you just see some blood trickling down, but the rat is still up. And then the clan rats come pouring in. Come running and charging up on your boy.
Your boy 10.
Try and stab him with a spear.
Just parry. Just... Can you parry?
No, because he's got a pick weapon. But that will hit him in the head. For 9 damage. It's always the head. Always the head for poor Tin.
Did he give that kid a helmet?
Thank God he actually does. He has the plate helmet from fucking Elfrida, so that soaks entirely.
Hell yeah. Jeez, you got time.
Am I being murdered?
You soaked it entirely.
There was an attempt.
It struck you in the head, where you're now the most dense and tough motherfucker.
This attempt of my life has not left me scarred into full
Your head is 10?
head.
Because he got that plate, that leather and chain.
Look at that. Mine's only 9.
What's
I
your
have better
toughness?
toughness.
Yeah.
Oh, toughness. You know,
Because you can only...
10 is very tough. I'm built for tough.
yeah.
Yeah, because you would need a 50 to get the 10 total.
Okay.
Ready, clan right. Clan right, gonna get. Clan right, gonna get.
What's up?
He's charging at you, and he's gonna try and lance you with a spear. I'd miss horribly.
Good.
This guy, not happy that Theo shot him, so he's gonna charge him head on.
Hey, bud.
Ah! And hit him in the right arm.
That's his shooting arm. He needs that.
Dodgeable. Heal fortunate. Fuck yeah.
Nailed it.
And then running up them stairs to run down those stairs to charge.
I need a little tiny stance.
All decorative. Pure use. She does get a gang up on you.
Gang, gang.
And he'll hit you in the right arm. Unless you dodge a parry.
Yes, he will.
Oh no. And then 7 damage to your right arm, which I'm pretty sure you
He
survived.
does nothing.
Hung.
Punk ass bitch.
Do it again. Stop! Stop!
Too cocky for my own good.
And he fucking misses horribly. Scrapes right across the wall. Doesn't even get close to you. And these guys are just gonna pack in.
I appreciate it when they come to you.
Alright, I should have taken 1 damage from that. I didn't edit my armor correctly.
Gotcha.
I have fixed it. And I've taken 1 damage.
Well, it was only a 9, so I'm pretty sure you still soaked it.
Oh, never mind. I still soaked it then.
Alright, I'm gonna swift attack, starting with the guy to my right.
Fuck him up.
It would just be flat, wouldn't it?
Yep. Definitely hits.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they don't dodge.
Actually, no. I almost forgot they had shields, so he'll try to parry. These ones can't dodge.
And parry there.
And he will fail. Fuck him up.
And I'll strike again.
Oh.
Fuck!
Why you gotta be so cruel? Alright. So, with that, still a good glancing blow. Let's see, draw some blood from this guy.
They bleed, they die.
Slicing through his armor. You can see that he recoils for a moment as the others quickly pack in to try and stab into you. Okay. You can see Theo. Hold on. Trade places.
Yeah, trade places.
Alright.
Change
But-
places.
Well, that makes things a little easier because I was originally gonna just parrying stance delay and then use my delayed half action to move in if one of the rats died.
Change places.
Alright. Hammer strike the one above me.
Oh god. He'll try to parry to save his life. He will fail. Fuck him up.
Ah!
especially with the fact you see this shield was previously broken. You just slam down through the shield and crack him right across the face. You hear a sickening crunch as you see the front half of his snout just snap in half.
Ew.
That's how you do it! Come on, Wazax!
Get him! They... Well, one pushes forward to break the gap a little more.
That's a brave man.
This is very fucking brave.
Everyone
Rosie,
see.
I want you to know you done this,
The
Rosie.
rest backed him up.
Get in there.
Oh, they would, but unfortunately, well, actually no. Yeah, no, he can pack in there. Boom.
Oh.
The others would not be able to without getting struck. So.
You get spanked?
Then they're gonna fuck on these boys. And they do get the charge because they had run. Ooh. Well, that climber will try to parry. Oh, wrong way. You fails. That is a solid strike. Oh, that is a solid strike.
Oh. Which one's getting swung on?
This would be the top one furthest away. The one that got domed in the face.
Oh. Ooh.
God, so... As they literally fucking call out and just immediately rile the fucking dwarfs, just zero fucking, fear. Launch through. The first one, like, takes the hit on the shield. The second one doesn't even see the dwarf, like, pass by his brother and just fucking head's gone.
Head comes right off.
And with that, there's an opening. Well, actually, damn it, it's not enough. Yeah, because if they went to either of those positions, one of these boys will attack. Didn't clear the way.
I would like to perform the ancient song of my people, the all-out attack on the rat above me. That's a plus 40, right? Because I have double gang up.
Yeah. Get the full gang up. Oh, God.
Gee, I wonder if I'm gonna hit.
Well, you definitely do, because he tried to parry the other one, so... Well, yeah, he did parry the other one, so fuck him up. Alrighty. Solid slam to the fucking body as he digs straight through this rat.
And it's armor piercing. He's wearing chest armor.
Indeed he is. So, that armor does nothing. It does nothing. As he's...
It's bonus damage if the rat was a bitch.
So, this huge spurt of blood just launches out its back as it sits there and hobbles back for a moment, wheezing as he just slammed through one of its lungs.
Collapsing that lung like a mine shaft. I'm good. I auto attack.
Theo spends his turn reloading. And this rat, he'll retaliate with his own all-out attack.
That's my boy.
Good for a hit.
He'll hit you in the right arm.
I can't do anything, so.
No.
You take it like a champ.
For 10 damage.
10 damage.
10 damage. As he's frothing blood and he just fucking swings wildly and slams the spear tip into your arm. This one. Well, is going to try and stab the one that took the head off of his brother. tank. Hit with the right arm, but will the dwarf parry? Yes, he will. You riled the dwarves, Rosie.
Yeah, right, I did.
Your brothers, they're going for blood. So I'm just going to aim at a tank on these.
Good job, bro.
And still miss horribly even with a +3.
Nice.
This guy will do the same as they're trying to get past the mega tanks. And miss horribly as well. And this boy is going to come up here and just try to stab the one who took the back line. And miss as well. Oh, these guys are embarrassing.
See, this is their ambush. Alright, we're gonna swift attack the guy on the right. Good thing it was a swift attack. Yeah, we got one of them.
There you go. And then he'll
He parries.
right up parry.
Shut up.
Hey, stop! Stop! He'll fail.
Ah, see? Now we'll roll for damage and we'll get like a 5. Oh, even worse. Fuck.
Wow.
This is why we use impact.
I die now.
He'll unfortunately soak that.
Oh,
No.
really? You want to look at it again? Do the math, crunch the numbers?
I'm sorry to say, he does have leather. He does have a toughness 3.
Hinky motherfucker.
Oh, damn you.
Oh.
You know what? Follow in my new friend's footsteps. All out attack this rat.
You got that fucking 40.
You swing like a dwarf, Omgi.
No!
Still miss.
Oh my god.
Would you like to fortune it?
Yeah, why not?
That's just a...
There we go. Go ahead and roll damage because he's that one all outed.
Yeah, he did. He all outed.
God, so there's just that sickening crunch as you hear femur snapping and flesh tearing as it pops out the back. And now there's a free lane.
Alright, Bucky, show him how we die. Do it.
What? Show us how we died?
This is how we die. Dwarf Stampede. They just stepped all over us.
Get in there.
Alrighty. The top boys. Well, they got that sick ass charge. Oh no. Don't do this to me, boys.
Oh no.
Alright. Alright. It could still go through. Hold on.
2 damage.
Alright, he fails to parry that, so he's gonna fuck him up. He's gonna fuck him up!
That's it.
Oh. Good lord. So, same thing as these three come rushing in. The rat's just panicking, like fucking swinging his spear and shield. Moment that he like tries to parry another attack, the other dwarf comes in with the sword and just fucking arm's gone.
Your arm gone.
Never existed in my world.
Arms do not exist in my reality. And this boy is going to try and strike. Miss. And then the final one at the back corner, he's gonna aim and try and slap ass. Unfortunately. But, once again, the dwarves have all wrecked another fucking wreck. These guys, no wonder why they fucking escaped with you all. No wonder why. They're all fucking badasses. Tin.
I would like to advance to here.
You can.
You are now
Now
there.
that I've arrived, I would like to perform the pummeling ritual. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Gang up, right? Wait, Aaron East wouldn't count if you 3 gang up.
Unfortunately, it does cap out at 20.
Okay. Oh yeah, it does. Weapons. Attack 20.
Ooh.
On the one below me.
Alright, he will attempt the parrying because he's not done that yet.
It is slow.
He will fail. Roll the fucking 88.
Yeah. Oh god.
As he tries to fucking parry, and especially it's the right arm, you just drive it through the fucking shield and pin his arm to his chest.
Got him.
And then Theo does not have a clear shot. So he's actually just gonna wait, because unfortunately he would have to. Well, actually, wait. No, he's got quick draw. So he's gonna switch. Would he? Yeah, no, he'll stay at the back line. His melee skills are fucking awful.
Yeah.
Alright. This one. He's got a fresh friend beside him. That's not the super tank. It's just the second super tank. So he's gonna go for that aim and stab on Newton. I miss horribly. And then the other one is gonna flip his shit and just all out attack on these. And miss horribly.
No!
I mean, no. What do you mean, no?
I mean, yes!
Yeah.
It's like, you missed.
We're gonna swift attack again. Oh, that's why we swift attack. At least get 2 hits in there.
That hits because he already all loaded.
Oh yeah.
That's your 50-50 for you.
Wow!
Oh my god!
Wow, bro!
The
Yeah, I'm
damage
totally-
is so scuffed.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
blame you, dude. I don't fucking blame you. Those fucking dice have been mean tonight. Fuck you. Fucking God. That is some bullshit.
I just grab this spear and just like shove it into my chest.
Do it!
Let me help you out there, bud.
Do it, you pussy! Oh, what the fuck?
Okay.
Alright, half step.
Lance de la teep.
Hammer this man on my right.
Stop.
Bonk!
Hammer time.
Oh no. It's being bonked.
Will he parry? No, he will
parry?
not. Do your damage.
Never mind.
Bonk.
I also rolled a 1! I do
These
more
rat-
damage though.
They're gods.
Ah! 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 So, get in there! Fucking running up and over the stairs. They're going around the back. They're trying to make sure they can't get away.
Gonna fucking get you, bitch.
I mean, I would.
Oh wait, I forgot to roll the 2 attacks that are available.
Yeah, let's get him.
I'm just.
Yeah.
Yeah! Wait, come back! I need the dead.
So everyone started running, so I joined in. Didn't know what to do.
Ha ha! Ha ha! Alright, so both to the body. Top one already parried and takes that solid 11 to the chest. Still up, bleeding profusely. And the other one still has parry. Try to parry. Fails. So dwarven sword to the chest. A good amount. Alrighty. And then Tin Toolman Taylor.
Can I swing down at this lad on my right?
Yes, you can.
Unless you don't want it.
It's, well, I want to all-out attack him because his crime is his foul insistence. The sentence is death.
Ah!
It's only a 1 getting up because the other rat's in the area. So. Oh my god, my pickaxe is jammed.
Oh no.
I'll fate point that. Why not?
Go for it.
That's a lot better.
Roll damage because he can't do anything.
Oh my god. Okay,
Oh,
this is impact.
Yeah, thankfully.
It's something red.
So fucking just swing down. Rat thinks he could stab you faster, but you just slam through the spear and fucking drive him straight into the floor.
He's been ratted.
And then Dio cries in the back line because he is no target.
That's alright. I've got this one. This is my destiny.
He's gonna all out our knees this clan rat destiny fight. The last desperate fucking plea for victory. He'll hit you in the body. Will you dodge or parry?
No, it won't.
Oh! Fuck.
Alright,
Got a
that's
plus
my
20.
peak right there for the rest of the game.
Plus 20 into your
Stack.
fucking attacks, baby. Do it.
Hey, we got one.
Yeah. Yeah,
Does it dodge?
no, you can't. You all out it.
Oh, you all added. Let's do damage. Yes, something better than a 1.
He's still breathing.
Okay.
He's
Still breathing.
stretching.
Let's hit this. Yes, yes, and again. Yes.
Oh! So you just, especially after this fucking battle of attrition, sidestep the fucking spear and just right across his chest and just slam him down to the dirt.
Yeah, you see that, everyone? That's how you fight.
Yes.
All right, where are the other? Oh, you guys killed all the other ones already. Okay. Good job.
Good work. Yeah. You're watching me the whole time.
We killed all the other rats off camera.
Just like the movies. With that, you see the other dwarves full run to the other side, like, oh, alright.
Lead ambush.
You can ambush their dead bodies.
I mean, like, the ambush they set up to try and stop us. They did a great job.
They stopped you for all of 30 seconds.
Hey, they gave us a bunch of spears we can take back and sell.
That's true.
Ungak weapons.
Oh yeah, it's like the tavern. Tavern weapon?
Ooh.
Tavern.
You can decorate the tavern with it.
Because remember, it's called the Umgak Tavern.
That's right.
Did ask him what that meant.
Now you can find out.
Gavin.
Yeah. Alright. So, after that brief exposition, obviously you can take spears, shields, and other pieces as you like. Amongst the various rats here, you can see that some of these have actually made off with a bit of the coffers from that nest. You actually find a good 31 gold and 40 silver pieces on these rats.
Oh, damn!
Some good money. Too bad it has to be split with all of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Divided by 9 is an uncomfortable amount of number.
31 divided by 9.
Well, because we also do account for the conversion rate of silver shillings.
You can just round it, because you got enough silver to fix it anyway.
Well, so everybody gets 3 gold crowns, including all the dwarves with that. And then 44% of the shillings required. So that'd be 8 shillings each. So everybody just gets 8 shillings. The pennies enter into the eighth, or because I'm not going to calculate the pennies.
No, I am not fast.
A dwarven god somewhere smiles as he hoovers up the pennies. It's like a smoothie.
How many raw shillings did we get? Just the shilling, up the crowns?
40 silver shillings.
Um, 4 shillings, and the pennies enter into the aether again. God, why is it 240 pennies to 20 silver shillings?
Because it's 12 pennies to a shilling.
Mm-hmm. It's a funky ass system. And now you know why gold isn't always so freely given.
Because you haven't suffered enough.
Must be an
It's
American system.
Yeah, if it was American, it'd be like 22 shillings to a gold crown. Like maybe like 23.
Just to give you a bigger headache, and then 13 pennies to a silver.
Yeah, I'd like to ask you, how many quarts are in a gallon?
How many centimeters are in a micrometer?
How many cups are in a quart?
So, finally, after 2 days of travel, some tense moments in combat, you're able to return back to the main hold. The same entrance that you had originally taken, going further down into the mines from the main keep and temple. They easily recognize you, especially on the mention of the writ that you have, and see that obviously the contract is complete, as many of the other dwarfs easily vouch for you. And, oh, wow. obviously need to take time to explain fully what happened to themselves. But you are free to finally return to the Umgak Tavern. Obviously, between all the various paperwork, it takes a good portion of time. And especially with the confirmation that the Skaven's nest has been cleared, there is a good portion of celebration to be had. Another rat nest has been removed from the keep where it shouldn't be. At the same time, Rossi,
Yeah.
you do hear them mention how that not all of the mercenaries have returned. There still seems to be a few missing from their group. But especially for the fact that you personally had witnessed between Theo freeing you mid-fight and then also them still holding their own against what you remember being pretty much all of the Skaven Seer guards are Blackfur army, along with Garl, the humongous rat squig. These guys are pretty fucking tough. And obviously very clearly intend to keep going down there. So.
I'm derailing your time.
Let's retire here. We got lots of money.
To be fair, we did just make enough money to retire. If we were, we'd have to travel a really long way to retire.
Kind of made the money to retire getting here too.
Yeah. I'm wearing retiring money.
3 gold pennies, that'll last me 10 years as a farmer.
As a farm.
Fucking rich.
But who wants to be shoveling shit?
Farmer.
Listen, we don't talk about those special kinds of guys.
Some people are in, but I don't judge.
True enough. So. Obviously, with all that in the main works there, it's easy enough to assume, Grim, that they're probably going to have a few spots open for hire. And you do remember hearing Tin mention before they had started heading out that they were staying at a place called the Umgak Tavern.
Well, I suppose I'll have to go check it out.
Hold on, there's ghosts here.
My friends are flashing before my eyes.
Well, I'll put you into the fucking archives, Goswin Schwager.
He's being sucked away.
Yeah. Sorak Silveri is still down in the mines. But, especially, finally returning back to the inn, David Gillespie is looking a little surprised. I see that we have unfortunately lost a few.
Yes, there were a lot of rats.
I'm sorry to hear that. obviously take your time. I will tend to the business dealings as usual. I assume what parts of the contract could be filled went well.
Yes, I even saw a couple of gem veins down there now that the place is cleared out.
Well, that's good. We'll be able to motivate a few extra people to go down and start clearing out that vein. Might be able to catch a few. With that, Columpy will turn around, open the door. Well, please come in, my friend.
That. Have I found the right place?
Ah, it's the dwarf from earlier.
Remember you?
We sat in a small room for 3 days with him and the rest rescued dwarves.
Feel like I know
It's a
you.
good time.
You are quite the jovial number. Yeah.
Oh, don't say little.
Hard not to be around this lot. I saved my ass down there in that pit. Figured I owe them some. It's all the same to you. I wouldn't mind going down and helping us out a bit longer.
Can you bring your Auric friends?
What those fellas do is up to them.
Well, obviously there are clearly positions open. We have lost a wonderful skald and a skilled wizard. So, if obviously all of you have no objections, then might I sign a contract? As obviously I do take the 30%, but I also do provide this wonderful tavern for residents when needed. Also handle many of the affairs of selling much of the equipment and treasures back appropriately.
It is a pretty good deal.
He's also the best man at eating cake I've ever seen.
And butter.
10 a day, I'm surely both.
You ever thought of entering a cake eating competition? I've heard of those.
Well, my palate gets a bit picky, but maybe if it is to my liking.
Fancy cake.
Yeah. Please forgive me. Name is David Gulumpy. That is little tyke there is Ferguson.
Alright, course. I'm Urgra.
Pleasure to meet you, Ogram. That is Burkhard Schwarzenegger there. Obviously, once we finish drawing up the contract, and you can choose one of the various free rooms here. We do have the other base supplies of rope, lantern oil, rations, and such. Be able to set off quite nicely here at the Umglek Tavern.
Certainly lives up to its name.
It does, doesn't it? I love it. You tell when he says that he has no idea, he still thinks it's a compliment.
We have a pretty good chef as well.
Burkhard, the Schwarzenegger.
I'll have to try some of the food then.
Can't go wrong. Do a little bit more hearty cooking. Made some hearth's gold today. Obviously, wasn't expecting too many people coming in, but I'll bake a bit extra. Starts setting out what looks like delicious fried potatoes with like bacon pieces cut up in between and the herb seasoning on top. Plenty of butter. And I think that's a good spot to leave off there. As obviously a few other mercenaries might be joining us at the next site. So everyone gets 100 XP.
The XP earned increase. What do I want?
Crack
Oh, I
cocaine.
could also. I could just, you know. A lot of this just isn't very useful.
Get myself some real armor.
Oh wait, Master Gunner will affect blunderbuss damage. Give me Master Gunner. Because Master Gunner is the +1 damage, isn't it? Wait, no, that is the Master. Alright.
Gotta get a wood.
Ah, a wound. How much health do you have?
12.
No, you actually matched 10. I guess you also have less DXP than I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Only got the half.
I think I'm like 300 or 400 behind.
Yeah, I can get 3 more wounds if I wanted to. God damn.
Beefy bitch.
That.
But especially with that rat nest cleared, you guys are getting into the big leagues now.
Oh god damn.
I bet I got some armor then. All I've got is this leather jerkin.
Wow, you can feel like how Tin felt for every single encounter. I'm in the leather arm and I'm like, alright guys, I'll bail.
Help me.
Look, I'd be happy with studded.
Oh, that's really unfortunate.
What was that?
Well, the studded leather has all this light fire damage. I don't even know if you'd want to wear it.
Like fire, damn it. That sounds even more appealing.
It looks hectic.
To be fair, since I didn't actually take very much damage from the fire, it probably only burned my clothes.
Yeah,
Burn
true.
marks
None
make
of
it
us
smell
did that.
better.
It just delayed our attacks.
Like I was just like, oh, I'm on fire. It doesn't really hurt, but I'm on fire, so I'm panicking.
It's really inconvenient.
Help me.
I feel slightly too warm, like I'm sleeping too close to the fire, and I don't want to move.
It stops moving, fire goes out.
Just fatal position on the ground going.
Everything hurts.
I guess I'll be a normal person. I'll take it.
In actuality, I do need some medium armor before I can advance.
Good.
Well, we have good news for you. For the low price of this dwarf wizard skin. Oh, wait a minute.
Dwarf wizard.
Dwarf wizard.
Dwarf wizard.
What heresy did you just befall upon my ears?
Have you made a visit in my ear?
Have you? Oh, hopefully we got the whole fucking squad next time.
Yeah, this has been a pretty cursed amount of Warhammer sessions that have just been skipped due to technical issues.
I mean, I feel like last week it wasn't really technical issues. Wasn't it because of Critical Role was doing a...
Yeah, that was pretty much it. I mean, come on, it was the finale. Critical Role.
Sick. We may as well just skip it.
Phil was sick. We wanted to watch the end of Critical Role. The finale was fucking amazing. The double finale was even more amazing. Yeah. Here, hold on. Let me hit end stream so no spoilerinos for people.